Let me ask you a question, but I want you to pay close attention to the precise way that I word it. What's the difference between doing what you're told or doing what you're told? I'll repeat the question. What's the difference between doing what you're told or doing what you're told? It sounds almost the same, but there's a subtle difference that can be life-transforming. In this week's Hedra, the Torah describes the event of Vidui Maisa, the confession about the tithes, in which a farmer, at the end of the 3rd and the 6th year, makes a confession regarding the various tithes that he's been obligated to bring until that point. Basically, in short, he says very simple. He turns to Hashem and he says, God, I did everything I was supposed to do. I ate the tithes that I was supposed to eat in the correct place at the correct time, and I gave away the tithes that I was supposed to give away to the right person in the right place. In short, he summarizes, Shomati b'koil Hashem Elokai, osisi k'choil asher tzivisoni. I listened to the voice of Hashem. I did as everything I was told to do. Says Rashi, commenting on this expression, I did all I was meant to do, Somachti v'simachti boy. I rejoiced while I did it, and I made others happy through doing so as well. Now the obvious question is, we know that the person's saying that he did what he was supposed to do, but who said he was happy doing so? Maybe he just did it because he was obligated to do it without any feelings of happiness. And maybe even more so, where did Rashi see in the words, I did as I was told to do, that the person seems to indicate his happiness? What words sprung out at Rashi to indicate that message? I'm going to tell you an idea from the Dubna Maggid, and I'll paraphrase it in my own words. Imagine the following. You have a friend who's sadly ill, and he asks you to go to the shop and do his shopping for him. He gives you a list of all the groceries he needs. Off you go to the store, and you look through the shop, locating every single item. You find the carrots, you find the chicken, you find the meat, you find the onions, you find whatever it is he puts on the list. You put it into your bag, and off you go, you pay and you go home. You're not particularly excited to do it. You do it because you're obligated to do it, because you're helping out someone. You don't know what he plans on cooking, and you certainly won't get to taste any of the food afterwards, but you do as you were told to do. That's one scenario. Now imagine that your wife sends you out shopping. You go to the shop and you look down the list and you see she wants chicken, onions and carrots. You think to yourself, she's going to make a chicken soup. I'm going to enjoy that. So you're going about doing the same thing. You're finding all the items on the list and you're locating them. You're doing as your wife told you to do. But this time there's a personal satisfaction. There's a personal enjoyment of what you're doing because you know that you're going to enjoy the food that she's going to make. That, says the Dubna Maggid, is what's going on in the pasuk. When someone does something simply because they have to do it, and there's no personal connection whatsoever, then all we can say about them is they did what they were told to do. But when a person does something with happiness, with feeling, with emotion, he's really doing it. He's doing it for himself, albeit he's doing it exactly as he was told to do. So Rashi looked in the pasuk and it said, Osisi k'choil asher tzivisoni. The pasuk didn't say, I did koil asher tzivisoni, everything I was commanded to do, which would indicate simply that I did what I was told to do, but it says, k'choil asher tzivisoni. I did like everything I was meant to do, as if to say, I did it myself, but I did it in the same way that I'd been told to do, because I did it with happiness, I did it with feeling, I did it with emotion and conviction. That's the difference between doing what you're told or really doing what you're told.